Okay, what to expect from this particular class, which is just for about 1.5 at the max, to ask if it extends, if you ask many questions. What to expect? If anybody is having any organic back issues as such, now any disc prolapse or cervical spondylosis, lumbar spondylosis, if anybody is having, let me know so that class can be designed accordingly around you. So somebody, elderly person with little overweight, there will be something will be working up. For you will be working up. For you. Anybody else would neck pain? Yeah. Anybody else? Any specific problems? Neck.
有什么大家想要让老师集中的，比如说特别肩痛、腰痛、颈痛，可以跟老师说，他会给我们专门做这样的指导。有吗？
Pain, for example, I don't know if it's about my neck or my shoulder.
You got it checked and confirmed, or just on and off you have pain?
On and
You got in any X-ray or anything?
on.
这个骨头跑出来，
锁骨是吧？
锁骨一个前的一个后。
是因 her collarbone is not leveled, one is forwards, one is slightly backwards.
Any fracture anything?
有没有什么就是出过事
Fell
故？
down anytime?
就是
自然的搬重物，宝宝。
不是就是那个，我有一年回台湾过年，因为那个佣人，我们家有一个35层楼，然后他在打扫别的地方，我要搬床，就自己拉了之后，
所以是有一些 OK. She has been pulling very heavy bags once in the past, so probably injured from that.
Neck bone always not the repetition.
Pain or stiffness? Any tightness you feel?
Not really tightness.
You work in front
but
of-
actually forward.
Okay. You work in front of computer? Anybody works in front of computer for more than 8 hours?
刚刚谁在电脑前八个小时以上的时间？
Okay. So,
So, listen, I got my hips and my knees. It goes back up and down. Sometimes the knees, sometimes the hips. When I get up in the morning, I can't walk.
what's your age if it's okay
Huh?
to tell? What's your age if it's okay to tell?
Yeah, I'm 63.
Only. We'll work on. It's okay. So, absolutely don't expect anything from this particular class because it's very, very short and it goes very fast. And don't waste much of your time in noting down because I'm recording and I'll upload it. So it's both English and Chinese translations available and you can repeat it because you already attended, you know it. Okay?
一节课的时间肯定不可能适合我们所有的问题，但是可以告诉我们会需要集中在哪里，然后大家也不用担心记笔记，老师有摄像，他可能会把这些和我们一起分享的。
OK。
So in this 1.5 hours, we'll get an idea, basic ideas or clues or some points to work on back, neck and knees.
所以我们这堂课是集中在膝盖、后背和颈椎，
And maybe 1 or 2 breathing techniques
然后1、2个呼吸的技巧。
in association of some mudras which are especially helpful for the back and neck.
然后一些手印也是帮助我们脖颈和后背的。
And maybe some one pain relief meditation. It's a mind imagination technique, mind imagery.
这个冥想老师要教我们的是帮助我们缓解不受的。
Or some fun exercises which will strengthen the back muscles, neck muscles or knee muscles. Alright? So it may happen that I may teach this one first or this one first. So I don't know how it flows, I don't know. It goes. Alright?
课堂的顺序会根据我们的法律老师来设计，但是这些都会被教授。
We are all evolved from 4-legged animal state to a 2-legged human state.
我们每个人都是从4条腿进化成2条腿的。
We call quadruped to biped. Ped means feet. We evolved from 4-leg situation to 2-leg situation. There is so much evolution from coming from this end to this end that our body has its own adjusting structures and maintenance to come upright against the gravity.
从4条腿进化成2条腿，我们经过了很长的这个演变，所以我们身体的某一些机能是为了这个2条腿而设计的，才能抵抗地心引力。
So there are different adjustments of the hip joint or a knee joint or your back or neck or different other musculatures in such a way that you can hold your body upright and walk.
所以我们的一些软组织，我们的骨头、我们的皮肤，还有这个肌肉，都是为我们现在2条腿站立而设计的。
So we have center or we have a gravitational force which works on us constantly to maintain the balance of the body and to make us walk and move around.
我们的身体里面有一个平衡的器官，让我们可以保持平衡，可以正确的行走。
Anything which you are not following, you should interrupt immediately and ask me because it goes very fast.
有问题请不要介意打断老师，可以随时提问。
Okay. The center of gravity has exact 4 locations wherein our body has weight-bearing areas. There are 4 main weight-bearing areas of our body in alignment with the center of gravity.
在我们这个重力的中心，身体上有4点来帮助我们保持平衡。
So I draw this COG, center of gravity. Neck is the first point.
脖颈是第1点，
Back is the second.
后腰是第2点，
Knee is the third. And heel is the fourth.
膝盖和这个脚后跟。
In Chinese there is some proverb which I don't know called as teacher is the one who teaches one part and students will learn all the remaining 3 parts. Teacher can only teach this much. Other things will be learning.
老师的意思是说，师傅领进门，修行在个人。老师可以教你一些知识，但是知识怎么用在自己的身上，是要根据我们自己来实践的。
So the weight of the body from the head to neck is one part. From the head to lower back, second part. From the head to the knee, third part. From the head to the heel, fourth part.
就是我们的重量，头是只放在这个脖颈上面，然后第2部分、第3部分、第4部分逐渐压到我们的脚后跟。
Imagine your body like a ball stick. So this ball, this much area has less weight on its neck part. You agree? So second, lower back has little less than the neck.
It's a little more.
Little more.
Little more than the.
Little more than the neck part. So what neck and head pressure is there on the neck? It is little more. Sorry for the. At the level of back, it is little more.
后腰又多增加了一些压力，
At the level of knee, it is much more.
膝盖增加了更多的压力，
And at the heel, it is maximum.
脚后跟是全身的重量。
But when you medically see which pain is more common, back pain is more common.
但是我们后腰其实是大家更觉得疼痛更多的地方。
Followed by neck and shoulder pain.
然后第2个就是这个脖颈，
Then followed by knee pain.
第3位是
Why?
膝盖。为什么呢？
Neck part you can understand. It is just a little bit of weight on the neck, and it can be understood that it is less common. Weight on the neck is less, so not much symptoms of the neck.
因为头的重量不是很大，所以我们可能觉得这样脖颈的压力就会小一些。
Heel, usually it is very much in alignment with the earth center of gravity, so not much issues. Gravitational force will take care of much of weight on the heels.
为什么我们的脚后跟没有太多的问题？是因为我们跟地面完全保持平行，所以重心就已经帮我们解决了大部分的问题。
And heel bones are little more complex and very sturdy to hold your weight much more.
我们这个脚底板的骨头是非常平稳、非常密度大的。
Similarly, The knee joint, which has two structures basically, is your thigh bone and one more called as tibia.
所以这个膝盖是上面和下面两个骨头连在一起。
Two hard surfaces like this and a joint and surrounded by a capsule and muscles. Just translate like this. There are two bones and there is some package.
所以老师想说是骨头在上下碰到一起，然后后面有一层软组织，我们的软骨，再加上其他的软组织。
But in the back there are multiple small brick-like structures called as vertebrae.
但是我们的后腰是由很多这个小的这个腰椎和胸椎组成的。
So this alignment causes imbalance of the lower back and this pressure is enough to cause most of the back pains.
这就是为什么我们的后腰不容易保持平衡，经常会有一些问题产生。
So this structure is relatively weak because of the arrangement of the bones.
是因为我们的骨骼结构，所以我们的后腰经常都会产生问题。
Heels not to worry, neck not much to worry. And knee also not too much worry unless it is an old age or some injuries.
除非我们的膝盖受到伤害或者是年纪的问题，不然的话，膝盖、后跟和脖颈一般都不是容易出现问题的地方。
You're okay with this? So what I mean to say is, in short, is back pain is very common.
老师想说，后腰有问题是很正常的。
This will take a little bit of your brain energy. So all the structures of our body are controlled by central nervous system.
我们所有的全身都是由我们的中心神经系统控制的。
Nervous system is divided into two parts. One is exactly at the center and another one is the peripheral. If the body is divided into exactly half portion, whatever comes in the center is called as central nervous system. Whatever goes to the periphery is called as peripheral nervous system.
说我们的这个神经系统会通常被分成两部分，一个是中间的这一条，然后剩下是旁边的这个专业词汇不知道怎么样翻译。
So central nervous system has a brain and spinal cord.
所以我们的中央系统分成两个部分，大脑和我们的这个脊椎神经。
Here if you don't understand, not a problem. We have a brain and there is some pipe-like structure we call spinal cord. We have a brain and some pipe-like structure called as spinal cord.
所以大脑再加上好像管道一样的神经系统，就是我们中央的那个系统。
And for different organs of our body, there is a peripheral nervous system. Side, next to this, there is another nervous system.
在中央系统的周围，我们其他任何的器官都是由另外一个系统组成的。
In this nervous system, it's again divided into two.
这个也分成了两部分，
One is which is under your control.
有一部分是你可以控制的
We call it as voluntary nervous system.
，voluntary。
Voluntary. It is the system which is under your control. That's all. Simple.
自主神经。Thank you。
But the one which is not under our control, like heartbeat, breathing, food digestion, some other inner metabolic activities, is called as involuntary nervous system.
不是自主神经。另外一种就是比如说像心脏，我们不可以控制它们的运动，这种是非自主神经。
This understanding is very important. Even though it looks not related, I'll connect it to back pain and neck pain. Okay.
这个时候我们这个产生后背还有脊椎疼痛相关的一些知识。
Imagine you are sitting in a very comfortable situation and suddenly a big python, a snake comes here.
想象我们现在很平静的坐在一个地方，然后突然一个猛蛇出现了，
What will you do?
你会有什么反应
Shout,
？Jump，
then jump,
这样。
then scream. We do something happens in our body that it is so much automatic that we have not planned for it, but still it happens. Suddenly my heartbeat increases, my breathing increases, my muscles will become stiff, I will become very alert. Do you agree with this?
Yes.
So there is a nervous system which is designed to protect this biomachine.
That's the I。
So that is called as involuntary nervous system.
所以老师刚才假设的那个情景，如果一个猛蛇出现了以后，我们不自觉的就会跳起来喊，或者是出汗、心跳加快，这个就是一些非自主神经给我们做的反应。
The body language says that it is taking much of pressure on the brain, but it is just a 5 or 10 minutes, less than that, will move tension. So this involuntary nervous system is again divided into two.
然后这个非自主神经也分成了两部分。
Same example, if the python was killed or it was taken out somehow, and then how you feel?
如果那个蛇被杀掉了，拿出去了，你会感觉什么 ？Release。
You feel released, relaxed. So there are two nervous systems in the body. One which is making you to prepare for the stressful situation. One which will make you relaxed.
在非自主神经当中，有一部分是让你应对紧急情况的，比如说跳起来的那一部分神经；有一部分神经是让你能够更平静下来的。当这个状况已经结束了，你需要那个神经让你慢慢放松下来。
The nervous system which prepares you for fight or flight or a fright response is called the sympathetic nervous system.
I'm not gonna translate.
So, what we do is there is some nervous system which will makes you to fight.
这个是让你出去作战的那个神经，
Some nervous system makes you relax.
另外一部分是让你放松的神经。
If you understand this much, okay, no problem. So, the one nervous system which is making you stressed in an animal, it is called as the survival response. Animal has to do this to survive from a potential threat. Say for example, a lion is chasing a deer. So for it to survive, it has to run or it has to fight.
Survive 怎么说来的
I should draw them.
？No, it's just I forgot how to say survive in Chinese.
生存。
生存，这个是生存的本能。
I'll not complicate. This is the last one. So, in human beings, the survival part is very less. We will not be threatened by any lion or a python as such, because we only eat those things.
我们人类的生存的这个本能已经变得很小了，这些非常这个。
Those will be having a stress response. So what happens in our body is our logical mind makes us think. For example, you are late for some thing and you are stuck in a traffic. Same survival response is producing hormones or changes in your body in a way as if you are fighting with a lion. Same thing, but situation is different. You are getting late for a flight and it's just a half an hour left and you are still on the way. So what is the response? It's the same survival response, but situation is different. You are not going to die if the flight is cancelled. You are not going to die, but still we have that response.
然后我们的逻辑神经也会，比如说老师举的例子，我们飞机要迟到了，其实我们是不会因为赶不上飞机而有任何生命危险的，但是它给我们的这个状态是一样的，我们还是心跳加快，还是会出汗。
Not to make both sides of your energy drain, make it very simple. Whenever you are stressed, your heart rate increases. You agree?
Yes.
压力大的时候，
Your breathing increases.
这个呼吸变快，
Your alertness increases.
变神经变
Your
得紧
muscles
张，
will become tight
肌肉变得紧绷。
because you have to fight or run. To run, muscles has to work. For the muscles has to work, it needs more oxygen. Breathing has to increase. For the muscles has to work, it needs more blood glucose. So blood glucose increases from liver, stored glucose, glycogen will be converted to glucose, and it needs. And your heart has to pump more blood. You agree? And your alertness has to be increased. So if the situation is for short-lived, there is another part of the nervous system which will take care. Say, I'll manage. Don't worry.
刚才老师说的这些现象，如果只是很短的时间的话，没有关系，我们的身体是可以承受的。
If it is not able to manage for quite some time, for a few days to few months to a few years, the muscles tend to have more stiffness at the different areas. If it is stiffness at the level of head, the thin sheets of muscles are getting stiff at the level of head, headache.
刚才老师说，我们肌肉在处于生存本能的时候，我们的肌肉需要更多的氧气，所以我们呼吸会加快；需要更多的血液给我们供氧，所以会加快。所以当想象我们在长期的时间，1个月、1年都处于这种紧张的状态，就会让我们，比如说某一部分后腰疼、头疼，就是你肌肉紧绷的地方都会产生疼痛。
If it is a pain, if stiffness at the level of neck, you feel muscles are so tight, I am having pain. You get a massage and get it released. Similarly, so there is a neck pain. Most commonly is neck pain. And stiffness at the back is a back pain. You agree with me? So tell me the treatment. So I'm making your mind to think how to treat.
Relax the muscle.
How?
Your nervous system.
老师问，如果你现在腰疼、背疼、腿疼怎么办？
So there is one nervous system which is making your body relaxed, and the one nervous system making you stressed. This is working too much in all of our lives. Modern lifestyle, this is working too much. Too much of stress, multiple functioning, multitasking. Do yoga. Doing yoga and not sleep.
交感神经、副交感神经。
对啊，交感神经
会会了。所以交感神经是让我们紧张的那个，然后我们交感神经在日常生活当中工作太多了，所以我们老是说放松的这个诀窍就是要用更多的副交感神经。
So just simple answer is this is more. If I hold it in a weighing scale, this is one side is more. What you do to balance? Either you remove something from it or put something else from other side. So similarly, you increase the relaxation or you reduce the stress. This is the solution. Increase the relaxation or reduce the stress. This is the simplest possible solution, or in a way to balance these two nervous systems so that there will not be stiffness at the level of muscles, there will not be problem.
所以通常在现代生活当中，都是要增加更多的这个放松神经、副交感神经的功效，减少交感神经的功效。
So what I mean to say is, when we come with a complaint, we are coming with a complaint which is happening at the last, pain, but root cause is somewhere else, stress. Are you able to correlate and connect?
老师说我们到医院看病的时候说我现在脖子疼，但是其实发生的事情不是在脖子，是在之前这些神经的系统就已经发生了。所以我们想要真正治好脖子上的病，要把神经完全放松下来才可以。
So this is the deepest possible secret from a medical angle. What I am saying is, so this is what I do. I increase the parasympathetic activity, I reduce the sympathetic activity, I reduce the stress, increase the relaxation.
所以老师的工作就是为了让大家的肌肉放松，会调节大家神经不同的功效。
Enough for it? So, in a yoga terminology, I will not go much into it. In yoga terminologies, we have different